Okay, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to another episode of Talks with Tosh. This your girl Tosh, the CEO and host of this show. And we have something different up in here today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, girl.
Hey everyone, my name is Queen Left, and I'm so excited to be here today.
Girl, I know it's been so bad because, life doesn't kick my ass. And I said, damn, I hope this girl don't think like I don't want to do it, because I do. It's just, life is just so...
No, yeah, it's been a lot going on with me too, so I understand for sure.
Girl, life just be lifing.
Oh yeah,
it's hard out here for a pimp
this year. Yes,
it's hard out here for a pimp cess. But on a scale of 1 to 10, where's your mental health right now?
I would say 9.
A 9? Okay, that's
doing a lot
really
better
good
than previous days, because I had a lot of anxiety recently. But it's been good, so I'm happy.
Okay, I know that's right. Because mental health, we gotta talk about
it. Oh, yeah.
Especially because this is the time where seasonal depression really kicks in.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like, because that's what I was dealing with that too. I was like, I don't want to edit no videos. I don't want to do anything. Yeah. Like, I just want to sit here and just vibe. Right.
Yeah, and during this time, I usually like to rest and just sleep all the time.
That's it. And then it's getting cold outside, so it's like I don't want to do anything.
Exactly.
What's the point of doing anything? Exactly. Like, what's the point of doing anything?
Exactly. It's like work, and then I go back home. I just want to go home. I'll be having things planned, and I'm like, do I even really want to go?
Right.
But then I just end up, going and enjoying myself.
Okay, because sometimes we got to, because you know why? We deserve.
Exactly.
We deserve.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's talk about the Kundalini Experience.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So the experience came from when I moved down here. A lot of our experiences come from relationships, whether friendships or, dating and stuff like that. So at the time I was going through like a big awakening where I was realizing, certain patterns that I was holding and the certain people that was entering into my life and how toxic it was. So that album really was about my experience through that entire thing. And one thing I always say is, like, when things aren't happening in your artistic life, that's because you're supposed to experience real life in order to, build up these stories to create your music. So that's what I was going through before I created the Kundalini Experience. But it's about my spiritual awakening. So every song is basically telling a story on how I got there.
Okay.
Yes.
Shout out to the girls that put experiences in their music.
Yes.
So when it comes to, you recording, what does, you go into the studio look like? Do you have to smoke before you get in the booth? Do you have to meditate? Like, because I can tell you're very spiritual.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you meditate first? And then it's like, okay, like I need to be aligned.
Yeah, so I like to go prepared. So a lot of the times I'm, already have everything in my head to do at the studio. So it's usually an easy run. But yeah, I definitely do meditate. I may smoke if I have something. I may smoke before I leave. But a lot of times I like to have a clear mind because I like to be focused like 100%. So I try not to go into there too clouded. So I usually save the smoking for after. But I definitely meditate before I go in there and listen to music, meditation music, just sounds to, calm me and keep me in that mode. And
Because sometimes I think for me, like, especially if I just recorded like a couple episodes, I'm like, I need that blunt, and that's going to help me calm down.
Exactly.
So just being a creator, period, it takes a lot of time, money, effort, and then you're also independent.
Yes.
So for you also have to put money into marketing, money into promotion, and all that good stuff. Yeah. So it's a lot for independent artists. And,
it's a lot. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because my best friend over here, she's an independent artist too.
Hey, don't.
So you know what I'm saying. So and I even tell people all the time. I said, you are your net worth.
Right. Exactly.
So when you are promoting certain things, you are the storyline to get to where you want to be.
Exactly.
So even like I don't rap. I can't rap to save my life. I overthink. I said, am I gonna sound dumb if I do this? So I definitely feel like with independent artists, like y'all have. Let me go back. Independent artists that are like local are better than mainstream. don't shoot the messenger. But
I agree with
it's
that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And especially because with darker women, we have to do a lot more.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and there was this one conversation I had with a female. She was of the lighter skin complexion.
Okay.
She said, yeah, light skin girls get away with a lot. So with darker girls, like, you know, you see Suki Red and Sukiana, they have to do a lot more to even like, for someone to pay attention.
Exactly.
So it's nice to see, like, you know, you're not the type of artist to talk about, like, you know, you're not sexualizing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're deep with it. Like, you know. So it's nice to see, and I feel like you're gonna get your accolades.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's because for me, you know, it's about the art and about expression and whatnot, and I'd rather have that carry me than that.
Right.
Like, because you could just see, like, a lot of it is just for attention and to get an eye on them, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times they even say they don't really care to make that type of music, some of them.
Right.
So for me, I try to stay true to what I want to do. And that's
As
how,
you should.
yeah.
As you should. Mm-hmm. So outside of music, are you a parent?
No. I work, but I do a lot of different things, like, creatively. I have so many ideas. Like, I just had to write down my plan for next year just so everything can go smooth and I can have ideas and be on it. Yeah. But I'm a creative full time, so when I'm not working, you know, painting, obviously writing songs, creating songs, and doing anything that just keeps me creative and expressing. So that's what I like to do full time. As
you should. Art is beautiful.
Every aspect of it, yes.
You know, with me being 25, I still draw stick figures. Okay, and I'm like, Picasso be so proud. Yeah. Because, like, when I see, like, you know, people in their mode, it's so nice to see. I'm like, damn, like, you so far, this really your shit.
Yeah,
you know, this your speed. Go ahead, boo, do your thing.
It's so true.
So, you know, like, different, like, producers I've spoken to, different female rappers, male rappers, you know, I'll be like, damn, like, a lot of y'all have stories behind it, but that's why, like, the music be good.
Yeah.
Because I feel like music just doesn't hit the same anymore.
I agree.
Like, the old I'm such a 2000s type of girl. Like,
yeah, me too.
Like, you know, like Faith Evans, Jaheim, Jodeci, Casey and JoJo, all of that. Like, singing in the rain with the boombox.
Yeah.
There ain't none of that no more.
At all.
You know, now you just get rappers with auto-tune who just say, you know, girl, like, you know,
it's like
take me back.
Easy
like,
way to get out. Yeah.
There's no, like, soul into that.
No real thought, and it's because a lot of people don't really research and get into the history of the music that they make. Like, I realize that, like, the best artists, they are archivists. They dive into baskets, into, you know, the years of different times and stuff like that. Like, it's not just about what's happening now. Right. You know what I mean? You have to go outside of even your genre and explore different sounds and different things like that. That's how you reinvent and create new ways of creating. You know what I mean? So, like, say, like, an artist named Dolce or whatnot. Like, she's not just inspired by rappers. Like, she loves Madonna, you know, different artists like that. And she pulls, and, you know, it helped discover who she is as an artist, and made her realize, oh, I can be myself and do these things, and I have to put on a persona. Right. So for me, it's about really understanding your craft and the history behind what you're even doing. Right. Like, do you know what you're doing? Yeah, the purpose behind it, so you can have that purpose and to be able to say something. Right. Because that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. So since you've dropped the Kundalini Experience, have you performed it live yet?
No, and that's the thing. Like, I'm very picky about where I go in there, because, like, in Atlanta, it's a great scene. Like, I love how they have different avenues for independent artists, but sometimes it's hard because it's hard to trust certain promoters and different things like that. So I'm going through that right now where it's like I want to perform so bad.
Yeah.
But I think I'm on a road where I want to start creating my own shows or like getting up with different indie artists and we creating a show.
Right.
And being like, oh, we have a show next month. Make sure y'all buy tickets, support it, you know, different things like that. I feel like that would be better as opposed to like a promoter being like, oh, I got this show at this club, and then we go there and then it be nothing.
And then they want you to pay $50 for a slot.
Yeah, paying for a slot, and then you probably have to pay to get there, go home, and it's like, it's not worth it.
Pay to get in.
Yeah, so for me, like, I think that's where I'm at right now, is creating those avenues as opposed to trying to be a part of it and then it not really elevating us as artists, because a lot of Atlanta artists have experienced that and are still experiencing that.
Right.
We talk about it so often.
And then sometimes, like, I still stand behind this. It's so hard to do business in Atlanta.
It is.
Because not every male, but majority of the male promoters out here be trying to have sex with you.
They do.
And I'll be like, can we
keep it business right?
Like, we
trying to get somewhere.
We just trying to make some money. We just trying to go up. Like, we all have an end goal.
Exactly.
So how can we do business when you trying to stick your peen in me?
Exactly.
So
it's like, where's the focus? And then you have people who claim that they love to do what they do, but then they lack when it comes to like your work. Like, I had an issue when it came to a videographer where we shot a whole video. He was paid, and I still have not gotten that video.
To this day, you still like
yes. And that's the thing. It's like you gotta find people that are actually dedicated to give you your things, because they could delay you, and that's something that I've had a problem with. So I had to learn when I find people like that, just be like, never mind. I'll find somebody else.
Right. Because, I'm cool on you.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Because I don't want to have a network where I'm delayed because I'm working with people that are not really serious about their thing. And then it says a lot about me when I'm keeping you around.
Right.
When I know how you move. So, yeah, that's something that I've had to deal with. And thankfully, I've been finding great people that are quick with it.
Okay. And the thing that I definitely want to see more of is more like females, like both black females, empowering each other more.
I agree.
Because I'll clock my own tea. One thing that I have an issue with is supporting other females, because sometimes females can be really catty. And I don't do well with drama.
Right.
So it's kind of like, I have no problem sharing a post, commenting. It takes 2 seconds.
Exactly.
But sometimes it's not reciprocated. And that's okay.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because I tend to be bitter and I don't give a fuck. So it's kind of like, do I want to repost you? You have never reposted anything.
Right. Sometimes you get to thinking like, why am I
should I fuck with you on this? Because you're my story and all my followers are gonna see. So yeah, I definitely feel like, seeing more black women come together, would definitely do something for me, because like, it's hard to be in certain avenues because you have to have the team, the support, because it's really like a dog-eat-dog world out here. It's really everybody for themselves.
It is.
It's like the Hunger Games. You know what I'm saying? Whoever survives, you survive. If you don't, you're not cut for this life.
You're just like, well.
Right.
What can you say?
I definitely want to see more black females supporting each other. So I think that's what I want for real.
I agree. I think it would be dope to see a black woman collective. If that could happen, because like you said, people be having dramas and
girls be ready to tussle.
Yeah, and then it's just like people don't know how to talk to each other. Like, if you have a little conflict, just express yourself and
it's not about what you say, it's how you say it.
Absolutely, that part.
It's how you say it.
That part is extremely important.
Right. So would you consider yourself to be an introvert or an extrovert?
I would say introverted, because I definitely love to just be to myself and be in my own little circle, because I'm very sensitive to energy, and I can definitely protect myself when I'm out there. Like, I don't let shit, different things affect me.
Yeah.
But I love going into my, own sanctuary, because I'm comfortable with it. So I don't mind being by myself. But I also love to be around friends, to go to different events, and to experience different things. Right. So I would say both. I think, I'm just in an era where I just want to enjoy life more. So I'm like so open to just like being outside and
it's like, do I want to go here? Maybe.
Right. And then sometimes it's just like I want to just be cooped up in the house and do nothing.
Smoke a blunt and eat
yeah,
ice
right.
cream.
Smoke a blunt, watch some movies, just be by myself.
For me, it's
Not
smoke
answer
a
the
blunt.
phone. Yeah.
Well, okay, do not disturb. For me, it's smoke a
Right.
blunt and eat some ice cream.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Smoke and eat and just chill.
That, you know,
and I'm
'cause,
good. I'm happy. That makes me just like
I'm at home. I'm not on nobody's top of my mind.
right. Exactly. I love it.
Okay, so I think for me, I'll say on both too.
Okay.
It really just depends. If I'm around a bunch of bitches or
Right.
niggas that I don't like,
Right.
I'm not talking.
Right. Just stay to yourself. Like I'm not sharing none of my energy.
I said, well, okay, I got my blunt in my purse. Let me just go ahead and light that hoe. You know? But then there are like certain areas where I'm like, all right, cool. Like I could be outside.
Yeah.
If it's about business, okay.
Oh.
Like I could put my personal feelings to the side, but sometimes people don't know how to put their personal feelings to the side to conduct business.
That's true.
Because sometimes the people we don't like, we really need to utilize because they know
Yeah.
people that could put us in the right direction.
That's very true. Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, we're all using each other in a sense. Because it's like, okay, like you got this person. Okay, I got this person. Let's work. Put each other in the same room.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
I'm
know-
learning that in being in the corporate world, like you just gotta fake it to some people, cause
Oh, you a corporate baddie?
motherfuckers I work at the hospital, motherfuckers be mean and just, especially there, it's very high school, which is so weird because you're supposed to be there to, help sick children and stuff, but they act so catty and they try to bully, but first of all, don't nobody bully me. That's
Okay.
that. So,
Ain't
and I
nobody
always let that
bullying
be
me.
known because it's like, yeah, we're not about to do that. Yeah. I'm here to get a check and to do what I got to do. And I love, the environment, but we're not going to be doing any of that.
Right.
So it's a lot of that, but I feel like, when you step into the real world, you realize how high school and how immature a lot of people really are still.
And it don't
it's
even matter how
insane.
old they are either.
It really doesn't. Because it's all different ages there. So it's like, you just be minding your business. Next thing you know, somebody says something about you. And you just be sitting over here like, when that happened?
Do you need that?
Right. It's like, when that happened?
I was like, do you need that? Because clearly you want to bump your gums.
Yeah.
And it really, okay, so with being in our 20s, it be the older women,
It do.
like the 40s and 50-year-olds
It
that
really
be having the
does.
most beef. I said, girl, just because you going through menopause and I'm not,
Right.
don't be mad at me.
They be so mad at the fact that they didn't take the directions you did. And it's just like, why you mad at me? Because I'm coming up and I realized this younger. And it's just like, you can still do it.
Right.
But you, instead of being mad at me, doing what you got to do, you're mad at me.
Right.
It makes no sense.
Because Vera Wang was making clothes when she was like damn near 40.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't too late, boo.
Yeah, well, it's so many people who started off late.
Facts.
They just kept going, and sometimes things take time to get there. Like right now, I'm also, one of the things I want to do is write books and produce films for the books. I would never want to act in one.
So you want to pick the cast, but just not be
Yeah, and
in-
like create the story and all that. Like that's my field. So, but it's taking time. But I know it'll pop off when it will. But
Okay.
it's taking time. Like it's not gonna be something that I finish in 6 months probably. Like
Right.
I have to make sure what I'm giving and what I'm doing is of quality first, and then I go through the proper channels.
Right.
To do what I gotta do. And sometimes it may take years.
Shit.
It
If
just
that's what it is.
But then say it picks up and it gets successful, and that's what puts my foot in the door or whatever. Even with music, you never know, something may pop off, and then that's your start. So it's about just continuing, just keep going. It's about that's why
Exactly.
you just focus on the art and creating, and then your chance will come if that's what you want from that.
Because you really never know who's watching.
Exactly.
Especially like if you're putting yourself out there, you're being consistent with your social media, you're being consistent with going to events and performing and stuff. People are gonna remember your
yeah.
face,
Oh, for sure.
And that's one thing I'm really trying to work on is consistency.
Me too.
Because I have a job too. So sometimes I'm like, damn, like I'm tired. I don't really feel like doing all this.
Yeah. Same. I'll have to like really write it down and be like, when I get home, I need to finish these things so I won't have to think about it. So that's what I've been working on doing, like just getting things done that,
Right.
because I'm a procrastinator like crazy. So
I will drag things out.
yes, and it's just like I need to stop doing that. But I've been more consistent recently, so I'm very happy about that. And when I've been in my feelings and different things like that, I channel it and transmute it through the art instead of just being like, oh my God, it's like write it down. Like I've been writing crazy poems and just songs recently because, you know, I was going through a situation. And I was like, instead of just, you know, being in my head about it, put it on paper. Like, that's I'm an artist.
That's the best time.
Yeah, that's the best time. That's when you're the most vulnerable. So I created a lot of beautiful pieces within that. So
that means we're going to get another project?
Oh, yeah. I'm always working on different things. I got so many things in my head. Like, even now, like, I'm still have to heavily promote Phoenix Rising because I still have so much that I have not put out on that because I'm such a perfectionist, and I'm trying to even get out of that because like I have so much to still, like, I have so much material for this project still that I haven't even put out. So I'm in the process of right now scheduling that for me so I can be like, let me put it out there so I can promote it and more people can know about it.
Right.
So that's what I'm doing now. Yeah.
Girl, it's like to all the artists that got marketing teams, where do y'all begin?
Yeah, I really want to know
because
that's the thing. It's like the marketing because social media is very algorithm based.
Yes,
and it's annoying because it's like one day it'll be, you know, you'll have a good day, and the next day it'll be like, oh, it's because you have spam followers, da 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 da. And in order for your engagement to go, you got to do. It's like so many different things. It's just like, dang, why can't people just see the art and whoever like it can circulate?
And then Instagram just has so many restrictions.
They do.
Like, how do you want us to use this app when you have so many restrictions?
Exactly. Yeah.
Even like with DMs, right? There. I think this one guy that I know, he could not DM anybody for like 3 days. I was like, why is Instagram doing that? Why are y'all monitoring what we say to people?
They really do. And then they mark things as explicit when they're not. Like I remember one time I was posting a video for one of my soulful soliloquies, and I was just wearing a dress. Barely any
soliloquies?
It was the I was doing these things for the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So I'll pick a beat from like say a song that shaped hip hop, that did something big for the culture in hip hop. And I did my own version of that. So I did something to Foxy. Oh, and they had blocked it talking some sexually explicit material because I had a dress on. I was like,
Instagram,
wow.
like, y'all really be holding us.
And mind you, I paid for the ad because, like I said, you got to pay for ads just for your stuff to get the engagement.
Right.
Just for it to be pulled, you know, to a further audience. Right. So I did it. I'm just sitting over here like, dang, y'all just going to block.
Because why would y'all do that?
Yeah, and that's another thing is that you have to pay, and I hate that you got to pay for, you know, engagement to even the people just see your stuff.
Right.
Like, I like that, you know, when you do it, you know, people do come and show love and it gets out there further, but it's just like, I shouldn't have to pay for that.
Right. It should be organic.
Yeah.
It's free.
Right. I'd rather that than have to spend money on doing that, but girl, it's like you got to play the game in some way.
And then there's a daily budget. They're like, okay, you want it for a 7-day period, $10 a day, $70. Damn, like, you're taking food out my mouth for this.
Right, exactly.
Like, you know what I could do with $70? Put gas in my car.
Right.
That's like, what, 3 Ubers?
Right. That's the thing.
Like, damn. Like, y'all
I gotta
playing.
prioritize sharing my stuff in for it to be seen. So that's the crazy part to me.
And the thing is, like, you'll gain more support from strangers than people that you know. You really will. Because people are going to scroll. They'll be like,
oh, that's her. No.
They'll be like, yeah, seen this. All right. Or they listen to it for like 10 seconds. Because, you know, when you have a professional dashboard, it tells you the average watch time, you know, of course, like, views, plays, whatever. Yeah. Like, I think, for me, like, I think I peeped this, earlier today, the average watch time for my podcast reels is like 10 seconds. Oh, wow. And the thing is, I'm not tight because I put out content because this is what I feel like, okay, I like this video, I'm going to post it. Right. You know, whoever sees it is just going to see it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, like I said, you really never know who's watching. I think like last year or the year before that, no, I started the show in 2023, yeah. So literally last year, this guy named Jose Guapo, I think he was cool with the Migos or whatever. Yeah, I remember he had DM'd me and said, yo, I want to be on the show when I come back from wherever. And I'm like, damn, missed the opportunity. But, you know, it's okay. Things happen. And, you know, like, as long as you are, you know, doing what you got to do in order to put your stuff out, I'm telling you. And then, like, a share, let me tell y'all something. Y'all be acting like y'all too good to share, like, comment, like.
We share all these reels and funny videos. You can share artists, and that's what I like to do. I like to share and just support. And, like, whenever even if I don't know the artist, I'll go to their Apple Music and listen to the song. Like, I'll listen to it and save it to my playlist. Like, and then share it. Because for me, it's just like, why not?
Right.
And then if I like it, I want to share it because somebody else may like it. You know what I mean? I have friends sharing me songs from, you know, their friends. And I'm like, oh, shoot, let me download this. I love this.
Like, okay, I got it.
Exactly. Like, you never know. Like, you could find a song that you really like and just, you know, create great experiences just based off of that. Like, that's the beauty of music.
That's literally it. Yeah. And I think too, like, I try different genres. Heavy metal, not for me. All that screaming and scorching, and
I feel you.
I can't. It's a bit much for me.
It's overstimulating.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, well, if that's your speed, boo, go ahead. Heavy metal for everybody. Yeah, but I can get with rock music. Okay, I can get with, you know, reggae. I can get with, well, maybe not jazz, because, you know, I fall asleep. But
that's honestly some great music to fall asleep to. Because one is very high frequency, so when you're going to sleep, it really calms your mind, and then you can wake up in a really good mood. So I honestly, because I do fall asleep to jazz. Like, I like listening to jazz. Okay. What's is this one genre I really like? Yet I always trip hop. I love trip hop.
Trip hop?
Yeah, it's like dark. It's really interesting. If you listen to it, it's kind of like, you know, like those movies like Hellraiser or like Resident Evil, something that play at the end. It kind of remind me of that type of music. Okay. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just like that type of vibe. Alternative. I'm starting to like alternative music. Rock, I could get with some rock. Maybe a little bit of country. Just they got to be black though. Girl, they got to be black. Like Shabuzi, I like him. Okay. Tanner Adele, I like her. And obviously hip hop, R&B. I listen to R&B a lot, mainly like 70s, 80s. I don't know. I just love the love. You know, talking about love. I just love listening to that.
Love. Let's talk about love.
And then when it comes when it comes to sunset, and when it comes to hip hop, it's so funny because I do love what, you know, the type of hip hop I listen to, but I love also like the real like gutter shit. Like I love listening to that. Like all the Atlanta artists. I love artists from the Midwest. I love artists from Houston. Like I just love the sound. Like UGK and all that. I just love all that. Like it just. Yeah, there's one artist I've been tapping into. Saw Baby. I don't know if I just saved one of his songs to my playlist.
Girl, okay, so he was having a free concert, right?
Really? What?
Yeah. It's on December 20th. Next thing you know, I clicked the link. It's sold out. I said, what?
Yeah, he's on the rise because I've been seeing a lot of him on Twitter.
Yo, this new album he just put out, literally his most popular song right now is Viking. What's the name?
Yeah, that's the one I think I saved.
Yeah, Viking is one. There was another one I just don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah.
I gotta listen to it.
I don't remember. But he's really on the rise. I'm like, I ain't never heard of this man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, I've never heard of him. No, girl, you can tell me. I ain't never heard of this man.
That's usually how it go, though, because Pop Smoke was like that, where it was just like, oh, we know about him, and then all of a sudden we just seen a lot of him, and then he popped off, but he died before he could really get his shine. But that's what happens. Just like, oh, who's that? And then everybody kind of likes him.
And everybody doing the Pop Smoke braids, you know, like, you know, yeah, it's so crazy. I don't really listen to like underground artists like that. But if you like one of my homegirls and you know you've been supporting me and I support you, okay, cool. Yeah. But Saw Baby, I never really heard of him until like this. Okay, so somebody that I know was like, yeah, like Saw Baby, he hard. Da, da, da. I'm like, okay. Never
right, just like, all right, that's cool.
Like, okay, like what I gotta do with me? Right. But then you know, like sometimes you gotta take the time to listen to something because people. I'm telling you, like. Local artists be good, but I think Saw Baby's mainstream now.
He's coming. Yeah.
He's been mainstream.
He's been out recording all the time.
Sorry, I told you I'm square.
Right, because I'm like,
Ain't never heard
it's
him.
so funny because he's not new. We're just
Right.
like, yeah.
Not even close. All right, cool.
I'm
So
hollering.
Deb just checked me. Never heard of Saw Baby. Sorry, but I like Viking though.
no.
Viking goes crazy. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, what's next for you, girl? Like, you know, you
Ooh,
gonna
a
try
lot. Oh my god.
A lot?
Yeah. So I am looking to do shows next year for sure because I definitely missed the stage. Oh my god, that's like the
Okay.
best thing to me about it is performing. More visuals and putting out all this material for Phoenix Rising.
Okay.
I got some music videos I'm working on, some visuals and things to go along with the songs. Of course, I'm always working on music and collaborations because, like you said, when you go out and stuff, you meet people, you network, and I have so many people that's been reaching out, wanting to work, and even, wanting me to do shows. So I'm just prioritizing and making sure, I have things in order so I can do these things.
Right.
So
it has to make sense.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now, but I'm always creating and different things like that. I am working on a new, like I just told you, I did the 50th anniversary for hip hop, but now I'm thinking about doing one. No, I am going to do one for Women's Month. What is that called? I think it's called Women's Month, like the month where we celebrate all women.
Oh,
In March. Here go me talking.
wait, is it Women's History Month?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah. Here go
okay.
me forgetting how.
Oh yeah,
I forget that.
because February's Black History Month.
Yeah.
March is Women's History Month. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah.
So I'm working on doing some, like I call it, it's a series I call Soulful 16. So I write to them, and then so I'm gonna be doing that, and I think I'm gonna be using women from hip hop, their songs, celebrating them and different things like that, and then using some of my own original material to push me and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I'm working on that, and then it's a lot of other stuff that I'm working on because I'm always thinking about a project. I always have a concept that comes. Yes, it's always a concept that comes to my head, and then I'll have to like put it together. I have a whole folder, everything written down for like at least 6 of them right now. I'm telling you, like I'm always working. So next year I'm just gonna be dropping a lot of music because it's time to purge all of it and just get it out. So even though I have a project and I obviously am gonna still be promoting that, I'm gonna be dropping new things. So keep it fresh. Yeah. And I'm still considered a new artist. So it's like I wanna give people music.
Real.
So that's the goal.
So what about in regards to like collaborating with other artists?
Oh yeah, I would love to collaborate with other artists. I usually do, especially with women. I would love to collaborate with more women because I get a lot of men, reaching out and different things like that. But it's a couple of women that I definitely have on my radar and I've been talking to and they've reached out to. They're like, let's work and collab. But, it has to make sense and the time it has to be right, which is the big thing, the timing. Right. Because like I said, we all have a lot going on. So, yeah, if I find something or if I hear something, I'm like, I would like so-and-so on the beat. Or whatnot. I
can hear so-and-so on this song.
Yeah.
And so-and-so in this song. Yeah.
And usually when it comes to artists, especially the women, like we kind of come together, outside of the music. So that's kind of cool. And then it just makes the creation, better because it's like you both have an experience that you're talking about and, you're creating new experience together. So that's the goal for next year too, is to find more women that I can, come together with and just work and have fun and do this thing together. I think that'd be dope. Because I don't really have a lot of musical friends. Like, a lot of my friends, they do videography and different things like that, but they don't create music. Right. So it would be nice to have more friends who do that. That's in the same realm where we could go to shows together in studio and stuff like that. So yeah.
So when you record your music, do you record? Because I know a lot of people use BandLab, and then people prefer an actual studio with like an engineer, the whole mic setup, getting in the booth, all that.
I like both. I'm so used to going to the studio, so for me it's just like, okay, that's cool. But I like recording at home too because creative control 1000%, and then you're more comfortable there, so you're able to create different things. So say you'll be recording something and then something will come to you and you'll be like, oh, let me add that to the song, let me add this melody that I just heard, as opposed to say you're in the studio and you have an engineer, maybe they, cool, they're giving, their cues, but sometimes they be moving a little bit too fast for me. Mm-hmm. And I be wanting to do certain things, and then sometimes they'll be like, yeah, let's not do that. And I'm like, like, yeah, and then, but I love going to the studio because I love the sonics of it. I love the sound. Like, I kind of prefer that than the bedroom audio, but I like both, but right now I'm more at home because I can record whenever I want. Mm-hmm. So that's really what I've been focused on. But I am looking forward to going to the studio. Yeah. Just so I can have a better quality of what I'm doing. So that to me is the go-to, is better quality.
That's honest. Because I know, like, when people go to studio sessions, they have, like, a lot of people there. Yeah. So are you the type to, like, bring your friends, or you're like, nah, like, I got to be by myself. I got to be focused. I got to be in the zone.
I usually don't bring my friends because they're busy.
Real.
But, yeah, I like to be in the zone because when I get there, I just like to get what I got to get done. Like, I don't want to lollygag beforehand. After, okay, cool. But when I get here, let's get this done. I don't want to take 20 hours to get into the booth, till it comes to me getting in the booth. Mm-hmm. Let's put the song on. Okay, this is what I'm doing. Let me go in there, create. Right. And then once we get done, we can play it back, do whatever we can. We can smoke, vibe, lollygag. That's when we can do that. But when it's time to make the song, we need to get this done now.
Okay, because we're not going to be here till like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, and then it's like, if I'm paying my money, I'm not about to sit up here and waste it, because the engineer, they don't care, they getting paid. So they'll sit there. They're not going to remind you that you got to record. So for me, it's about me getting in the booth and doing what I came here to do. And then after, if we have time, that's the free time to do all that. Mm-hmm. But while the session is going on, I'm here to record, so let me record. And then when we're done, okay, we got fun.
Right, yeah. And that's it. We all... Mm-hmm. In the club, we all fam.
Yeah. But my friends have requested wanting to come to the studio when I go, so I'm like, yeah, y'all could come. Because they're so cute.
Because when I go to other people's studio sessions, there be hella people, and I'll be like,
I don't like all that.
I'll be clutching my pearls.
Yeah, it was so funny. Is when I first started, because it's a male-dominated field, I work with a lot of men, and they will have their people in the studio. So I am used to having a million people in there, and I not know one of them. So I got to go in there and do, and I'm just like, but I'm like, fuck it. I'm an artist. I got to do what I got to do. I don't give a fuck. Right. So I have to tune in, but I'm used to that, but I still don't like it. Because, some people, they get nervous and different things like that. But, I'm happy I overcome that, but I prefer for it to just be me and the engineer. And if I have like a friend or two, okay, cool. But I don't like when it's crowds of people and there's too much going on at one time.
And it's like the anxiety, and then it gets hot. Yeah. Everybody got hot ass breath.
Yes. And then the sessions go by so fast. Like, that's one thing you don't realize. Like, the studio sessions go by so fast. Like, you'll be in the booth, next thing you know, an hour or two pass by. You'll be like, damn, we've been in here that long. So, yeah, like I want to focus on what I got to get done.
Get in and get out. That's it. I feel like I said, I can't sing or rap, okay? The most I'll do is ad-lib, okay? And if someone's like, Tosh, I need you to do this, or I need to do this, like Deb, for example, she be having something, she's like, okay, I need you to say something here. Like, one of her tape, Debbie Kinesis, that's out right now, she had me say something on one of her songs. Okay. And I was like, okay, because stuff like that, it'd be fun. Simple, like, I don't, like, if you're telling me to sing, I said, babe, I can't do all that.
Right, it's like, it's too much. It's too
like,
much.
You're asking for too much now. Like, me ad-libbing is enough. Like, but, I don't know, like, it's different from what I'm used to. So, like, seeing people, like, do, they're doing their ad-libs, and then they're like, okay, well, I need you to come in and harmonize with me and do this. I'm like, oh my God, this is so much. Y'all artists, y'all got it hard. Y'all got too much to do.
Yeah, it is a lot. Because, when you don't have people there, you have to do all your own harmonies and ad-libs and melodies. And I honestly enjoy it because for me, like, I look up to, Michael, Janet, and different artists who do vocal stacking. So for me, like, I like to be the person to do it all in the studio.
Right. Get it all done.
Yeah, and then it's just fun, like, expanding, your artistry and what you can do. Like, it's just, and then it just sounds beautiful. Being able to put all those sounds together and then it just be one person, one sound, and then it sounds so harmonious. Like, I like the idea of that.
Yeah.
But I might take that idea though and start putting my friends in the booth.
I'm telling you. Because I think the first time I've been to a studio session, okay, you know the movie Hustle and Flow? With okay, so when Taraji was like, she said, okay, you want me to sing? Okay, and then she heard us up. I said, oh my God, this sounds so good.
Yeah, because the energy really does matter. Because if you go in there and you just reading, like it sounds like you're reading off of a piece of paper.
No, for real. Like, and I feel like a thing too, like if someone puts me in a booth, I'm very monotone. And it's like, I be trying, but I'm just like, I can't.
Yeah, it's like you really gotta real life get into character. It's kind of like an actor. I'm gonna be honest, because like I said, yeah, it's easy, like it flows, but you have to when you're in there, you have to put your mindset into the space you are, what you write,
right,
in order for anything to be conveyed correctly.
I agree.
So that's another reason why I don't like a lot of people in here. Because if it's an emotional song, I don't need all y'all motherfuckers in here
trying to say what's wrong.
Right. Oh my God. Like, baby, I'm doing this music. This is what it's supposed to be.
Right. That's probably how Summer Walker be feeling when she makes her songs.
Yeah, it's like, I'm okay.
I'm okay. This is just a song that I made when I was vulnerable.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. It's a lot of vulnerability that goes into it, and it's just like,
right.
I don't mind y'all all being here, but I'd rather y'all just not.
Yeah, because y'all don't need to be asking me 1,000,001 questions like y'all are 12.
Exactly. Like, I'm putting it in the music. When it's done, don't ask me nothing else. Leave it in the booth. We
get in, get out. That's it. Once the song drop, it's mixed and master. We're good.
Exactly. And it's so funny because back to like fear of, being in the booth, the two biggest artists, Michael Jackson and Mariah Carey, were like definitely terrified of people being in the studio to the point where they will record with the lights off.
Oh.
Like, I remember Quincy was like, Michael made him press record, turn the lights off, and literally hide behind the couch because he was so scared to just do that with a person looking. But he's the biggest artist to ever have lived. So it's like, even the biggest artists, they get shy and stuff like that. But they overcome it because, the purpose behind what it is that they're doing is bigger than the fear.
Right.
So I also feel like that's important too when you're doing things as artists, is to remember like, okay, cool, I'm scared at the moment, but who is not when you're doing something that you're not used to doing all the time, or it's just, something so grand where you're being vulnerable to millions of people. Like,
right. It's like you coming out your comfort zone, and it's like, clutching my pearls again.
Yeah.
So,
and the beauty about being an artist is when you do go on stage and you transform into,
you get into character.
Yeah, and that's what makes you kind of want it more, because you're like, that was fun. I want to do it again.
Right. Because, I come from, majority of my friends are theater kids, fine arts kids. So sometimes they're like, sometimes when you do something that you love, you get into character. And then when you're done, it's like, and scene.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm like, okay,
that's how it is, with performing, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so kudos to y'all because, I have stage fright. Don't ask me to host a show. But I can do it on the camera.
Yeah.
But, in front of a bunch of people, I cannot. I will literally throw up so all of y'all can leave. So that's my thing. So, but if there was a piece of advice that you can give to other Black women who are pursuing music, what advice would you give them?
I will say stay true to your artistry and what you want to do, because there are many different women that I see out here and that I know of that are into different avenues that aren't typical. Like, for instance, the hip hop thing where it's very vulgar. Like, I know Black alt girls, Black women who are, are obviously R&B, different things like that. Stay true to that. Continue to move within that field and do not feel as if you have to change up. Because you're going to just sound like everybody else. So stay true to your artistry. Stay disciplined too. Like, if it's something that you really want to do, like, create a plan, find the right people around you, and do that, because you need the right people around you to be able to get to where you gotta go. You can't get there by yourself, and that's something I had to learn. You need a team. You need a team, and find some great people, like other women or just, artists that you can connect with and build a network.
Right.
And, y'all could create something outside of that. Like L.A. Russell is somebody that I'm very familiar with because people that I know now work with him and they're now in his network. Mm-hmm. So that's dope to see, where it's just like, oh, this artist is pulling other artists into his avenue to where they have now they can have a bigger audience because he's putting them on their platform. So just things like that are important. And like I said, stay true to your artistry. Don't feel as if, don't play small, especially in this male-dominated field. Do not play small and do not allow none of these men or a woman to get to you, because I done heard horror stories, especially in the music industry.
Ooh.
And yeah, it gets rough out there.
It gets wicked, yeah.
It really does. But if you continue to do what you do and find your way, because there are artists who have made it by doing it their way, you'll be able to get to where you want to go. You know what I mean? It's just by staying true to who you are and not selling out. And not even in the sense of, what's the name? Like changing up who you are, but just stay consistent in your work and do what you need to do to get to where you gotta go. Because you can get there, it just takes time. Sometimes it takes longer than what the hell you think it's gonna take.
That's it. Where can they find you on social media?
Oh, you can find me everywhere on social media. Queen Left, Instagram is Queen Left, Facebook Queen Left, TikTok. Twitter is Miss Queen Left, and my YouTube is Queen Left TV. And I have a website, queenleftmusic.com. Everything will be there. So if you look up that, it'll lead you to where you need to go and all the music and all the videos and everything. So you can find me anywhere. Queen Left.
I'm here for all that. Shout out to Queen Left, y'all. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I know it's been forever.
Yeah, and I'm happy that, we finally got a chance to get it done.
Okay, because like we said, y'all, life be life in. But that concludes this episode of Talks with Tosh. Make sure you follow the show on all social media platforms at Talks with Tosh ATL. And if you want to stalk me, send me some money, and you want to add to my Ed Hardy collection. Make sure you follow me at je.suis.tasha. It's not Jesus. It's not Juicy. Get it right. Please don't get me tight. But yeah, y'all, it's your girl Tosh with Queen Left. And that's a wrap.
Bye. I love that.